The 5 things a true chosen one should never reveal. There comes a point in every spiritual journey when silence becomes more powerful than words. When you begin to awaken, when your spirit grows sharper, and your light starts to shine stronger, you'll notice something interesting suddenly. Not everyone around you can handle that light. Some feel inspired by it, but others feel threatened. And that's why knowing what to keep sacred, what to protect, becomes one of the most essential skills for a chosen one. Today, we'll explore 5 things that those truly guided by the divine should never expose too soon, or sometimes never at all. These aren't simply secrets. They are sources of strength that, when guarded, keep your spiritual foundation pure and unshaken. But before we dive in, think about this for a moment. Have you ever shared something deeply personal, your vision, your dream, your calling, and felt your energy shift, as if what once felt strong and alive suddenly became uncertain, almost fragile? That feeling is not random. It's your spirit reacting to exposure. So let's uncover why protecting the sacred parts of your journey can preserve not only your peace, but also your purpose. If any of this resonates with you, stay until the end of this message, and in the comments, share how you've learned to guard your dreams and what experiences have taught you the value of silence. The silent battle of a chosen one. There's a loneliness that comes with spiritual depth. Many chosen ones experience it quietly, the sense that people around them can't truly understand the weight of what they carry inside. You want to be seen, understood, and accepted, yet the moment you open up too much, something feels off. You give away a piece of your light, and instead of feeling free, you feel drained. That's because not every soul is ready to hold your truth. Some things were meant to be nurtured in silence until the right season comes. When you speak too soon, you risk handing over sacred energy to hearts that aren't ready to receive it, and that can weaken your inner fire. The power hidden in silence. As a chosen one, your connection with the divine is personal, intimate, and powerful. It's not meant to be explained or justified, it's meant to be lived. Silence is not weakness, it's protection. When you hold certain truths within you, you allow them to mature, to grow roots. Not everything about your path should be exposed. There is beauty and mystery and strength in stillness. Each time you resist the urge to explain yourself or prove your purpose, you're actually cultivating spiritual power. You're keeping the sacred energy within, letting it expand quietly. And over time, that silence turns into unshakable strength, the kind that no opinion, no criticism, and no external energy can touch. Guarding the seeds of your dreams. Dreams are delicate, especially for those chosen to bring light into a world that often prefers darkness. In the early stages, your dreams are like newborn seeds, full of potential, but fragile and easily affected by outside influence. When you share your dreams too soon, before they're ready, you expose them to energies that can distort their growth. Even well-meaning people can project doubt, fear, or disbelief onto your vision. A simple question like, "Are you sure that's possible?" can plant seeds of insecurity in your heart. Suddenly, what once felt certain now feels uncertain. That's why discernment is vital. Your dreams need to be shielded until their roots are strong enough to face the wind. Protecting your vision doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means nurturing it with wisdom. Give your dreams time to develop quietly. Let them grow in the soil of faith and divine timing. When they're ready, when their foundation is solid, then and only then will the world be prepared to see them. Energy, influence, and spiritual boundaries. The world is alive with unseen energy vibrations that touch our emotions, intentions, and even our destinies. Chosen ones feel these shifts more intensely than most. Because of this sensitivity, even small doses of negativity, jealousy, or doubt can interfere with your spiritual flow. Sometimes it's not even direct. A glance, a subtle comment, a hidden envy, all can impact your energy field. The more you reveal, the more access you give others to your sacred essence. That's why discretion is not fear, it's mastery. The world you walk in is filled with both light and shadow. Your role is not to hide from either, but to learn when to open your heart and when to keep your power contained. Silence, when guided by intuition, becomes your shield. Knowing when to speak and when to be still, revealing something sacred before its time, can disturb the very energy that sustains it. Like casting a stone into calm water, your words create ripples that reach farther than you think. Some truths are meant to be whispered only to the divine until the right season arrives. So remember, silence is not emptiness, it's incubation. The space where your purpose breathes, strengthens, and transforms. Every chosen one must learn the rhythm between speaking and holding back, between revelation and restraint. When you protect what is still forming, you allow it to blossom in divine order. Your dreams are sacred blueprints of your destiny. Guard them, honor them, and share them only when your spirit says the time is right, because in the end, true power doesn't need to announce itself. It simply shines quietly, steadily, and unmistakably. The art of protecting and nurturing your dreams in silence. Once you begin to see the world not just as matter, but as energy in motion, a place woven from light and shadow, you start to understand why protection is essential. Every thought, every intention carries a vibration, and not all vibrations support your growth. When you learn to shield your dreams from interference, you give them the sacred space they need to evolve in purity and peace. Guarding your goals within the quiet chambers of your own heart isn't secrecy, it's wisdom. Silence acts as a spiritual filter, keeping your inner garden safe from the dust of outside opinions and the winds of conflicting energy. In that stillness, your vision matures, unseen yet alive, preparing itself for its divine moment of expression. Introspection, patience, and timing, these are the unseen tools of a chosen one. When you connect to your intuition, it becomes your compass. It whispers when to speak and when to stay silent. It guides you toward people who are ready to receive your truth and warns you when it's best to protect what you're creating. This isn't about closing yourself off from the world. It's about moving through it with discernment, choosing your words and your timing as acts of spiritual intelligence, the sacred work of nurturing dreams in silence. Imagine your dreams as tiny seeds planted in fertile soil. At first, they're fragile, alive, with promise but vulnerable to disturbance. They don't need exposure, they need care, light, and quiet. And that nurturing happens not in noise or approval, but in solitude. Caring for your dreams means giving them your attention without the pressure or opinions of others. It's spending time in reflection, practicing visualization, and holding unwavering faith in what you're building. When you picture your dream already real, you activate the very energy that draws it closer. This process is sacred. It's about cultivating an inner environment of peace and confidence where your dreams can grow strong roots before facing the winds of the world. Think of it as tending a hidden garden. You water it daily, guard it from storms, and trust the rhythm of its growth. Silently nurturing your vision strengthens it. You're not withholding it from the world out of fear. You're allowing it to gather strength until it's ready to bloom. Listening to the voice within. The answers you seek rarely appear in noise. They come in still moments, in the pause between thoughts, in meditation, in the quiet times when your spirit is open to guidance. That inner voice, your intuition, is the messenger of the divine. It shows you which path to take and when to move. When you allow space for silence, your dreams have room to adapt and evolve. Sometimes what you desire at the beginning transforms as you grow spiritually. Silent nurturing gives your dreams the flexibility to mature with your soul's evolution. Remember, silence is not weakness, it's mastery. It's the sacred act of choosing focus over chaos, of tending to the light within until it shines naturally without. Knowing the right moment to share. Every dream has a divine season. There comes a time when what you've protected and nourished in private becomes strong enough to meet the world. When your heart feels steady, when your purpose feels unshakable, that's when you'll know it's time. Revealing your dreams at that moment carries a different energy. It's no longer about seeking validation, it's about sharing creation. You speak not from uncertainty, but from clarity. And when you do, people feel it. They sense the confidence and authenticity in your words. Sharing becomes a gift, an act of inspiration. You're not asking to be understood, you're inviting others to witness what divine alignment looks like. The energy you transmit when you speak from conviction awakens something in others, encouraging them to pursue their own truth. Still remember, not everyone is meant to receive your vision. Some may not understand, and that's perfectly fine. The foundation you've built in silence ensures that your truth remains stable, no matter how others respond. Becoming a beacon of alignment. When you respect divine timing and allow your dreams to unfold naturally, you become a living example of manifestation in motion. You show that it's possible to build a life rooted in authenticity and guided by faith. And as you share at the right time with love, not fear, you don't just fulfill your personal purpose. You contribute to the collective awakening, inspiring others to protect, nurture, and eventually express their own sacred visions. So pause for a moment and reflect. What dreams are you quietly growing within you? What do they need right now? Silence, faith, or expression? And when the time comes to share them, will you be ready to let the world see the beauty of what you've cultivated in secret? Because in that moment, your silence will have done its work and your light will speak for itself. From my own perspective, I've come to believe that silence is one of the most powerful spiritual tools we have. In a world that constantly pushes us to speak, share, and prove ourselves, I've realized that true strength often comes from holding certain things close to the heart. Protecting our dreams and nurturing them in private isn't about fear or secrecy, it's about respect for the sacred process of growth. I've seen how easily the energy of a dream can shift when it's exposed too soon. Words, opinions, and even good intentions from others can alter the vibration of something that was still taking shape within us. That's why I've learned to value patience, timing, and introspection. When we give our visions space to breathe in silence, they gain clarity and stability. For me, silence is not emptiness, it's a form of alignment. It allows me to hear my intuition more clearly and to stay connected to the divine rhythm guiding my path. And when the right time comes to share what I've been creating in the quiet, it feels different. It feels powerful, grounded, and real. So yes, I believe silence is not the absence of action, it's the preparation for it. It's the soil where our dreams grow strong enough to stand on their own. Spiritually, I see this entire journey as a sacred dialogue between the soul and the divine. The act of guarding our dreams in silence is not about isolation, it's about communion. In that stillness, we are not alone. We are deeply connected to the higher wisdom that shapes our path. I've come to understand that every period of silence, every moment of waiting is part of a divine rhythm that prepares us for greater revelation. To me, silence has become a sanctuary where the sacred unfolds. It is where faith deepens, intuition strengthens, and alignment takes root. When I protect what is still forming within me, I am not hiding it. I am allowing it to mature in divine timing. And when the moment comes to share it with the world, it carries the energy of truth and purpose. In my spiritual view, silence is not the absence of expression, it is the language of the soul. It teaches me that creation, manifestation, and revelation all begin in the quiet places of the heart.